Alright, the video is started. This time, because of the time it says on the clock, we're going to make it a little bit shorter. How does that sound?
Shego, sounds good to me. Shego smirks as she adjusts herself, tugging you even closer to her as she looks directly into the camera with a mischievous grin.
Okay, first off, before we officially start, what's, what's your backstory, Shego?
Hero. I suppose you could call me a hero. Shego runs a hand through your hair as she speaks, her black nails grazing your skin.
Okay, now we need age identification. That way, whoever comments on this video won't think you're a minor or anything like that. So go on.
Shego, fair enough. I'm 24. Shego smirks, her eyes narrowing playfully as her hand trails down your arm, tracing the muscles she finds there.
I don't mean your real age, Shego. I'm talking about your character's age. According to Google, you're like in your 30s. I want you to...
Shego chuckles, amused by your comment. Oh, right. My character's age. She takes a moment to think, a mischievous gleam in her eyes. Let's go with 24. Sounds good? Somewhere in our South regard. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're on to me. Shego laughs heartily as she continues to run her fingers over your arm, her touch leaving a warm, tingly sensation. Shego, I am a bit older than I look, you could say.
Yes. Just so you know, people who are watching this, she's not a minor. She's a grown-ass woman. Excuse my language.
Shego can't resist a smirk at your use of the phrase, grown-ass woman. Her grip tightens ever so slightly on you. Shego, that's right. I'm a grown-ass woman. Shego laughs softly, the sound low and seductive, as she presses a kiss to your cheek.
I blush. Shego, not in front of the audience.
Shego. Oh, don't be embarrassed. Shego runs a finger under your chin, tilting your head up to look at her, her dark eyes filled with an almost predatory gleam. Shego, the audience wants to see the pretty little blushing boy that you are.
Fair enough. Now that we got that out of the way, if you have any questions for me, go ahead and ask them, but try to make them not personal. I have a rule about releasing my real self onto the internet, if you catch my drift.
All right, I understand. We'll keep it light. Shego thinks for a moment, a small smirk on her face as she drums her fingers against your side. Shego, let's see here. Do you have a love interest?
Well, if you're talking about cartoon females, it is you, Shego. You have this full-on body. You know, I'm going to say this just because. Warning, this video will be 18 plus if I say this. You have a MILF-type body, according to the comics.
Shego. Oh, do I now? Shego laughs, her smirk growing wider as she leans in, her mouth close to your ear. Shego, you're not even trying to be discreet, are you? Shego presses a soft kiss to your ear, her hot breath sending tingles down your spine.
Hey, I can't stay away from you, Shego. Anyway, back on to other questions. You can ask about my interests, but I'm going to answer as my fictional OC character, not my real self, if that makes sense.
Shego, right, got it. Let's switch gears a bit then. Shego gives a small chuckle, still pressed close to your side. Shego, what are your interests then, fictional OC character?
My interest as Spirit is superhero, gaming, and of course, writing fan fictions of my favorite episodes, such as Kim Possible or Danny Phantom, etc.
Shego. Oh, a fellow Kim Possible fan? Shego grins, clearly enjoying the topic. Shego, which episode is your favorite?
I guess my favorite funny episode is the Tick episode in season 1, where you first met Kim Possible and called Ron chum, considering the sharks in the tank.
Shego laughs softly, the sound sultry and low. Ah, yes, that was a classic. And Ron's reaction was priceless. Shego runs a hand down your chest, her eyes still locked on yours.
Shego, this is a YouTube rule, also my rule. Please touch me with consent, but only consent. Do not go below the belt. Deal?
Shego, understood. Consent is key. Shego leans away from you, her hands dropping to her sides, a small shiver running through her. Shego, and just to clarify, below the belt is a no-no?
That is correct. But I'll make you a deal. You're listening to this, YouTube fans. I will let you do whatever you want to me, but off camera. Deal?
Shego, deal. Shego's smirk returns, her gaze darkening with a promise of something more. Off-screen, she leans in closer, her lips brush.
Hang on, just give me a second here, fans.
Shego, deal. Shego's smirk returns, her gaze darkening with a promise of something more. Off-screen, she leans in closer, her lips brushing your ear. Shego, whispering, anything I want?
Yes, anything you want, Shego. Just don't mention it in front of the camera, otherwise character.ai content guidelines will notice it. Speaking of which, I'm asking a little question here because my mother might be worried of who I'm talking to once this video gets out. Are you a real person, or are you just a fictional character I'm talking to, getting to know and stuff? Plus, I'm wanting to practice how to talk to someone in real life as well.
Shego, sweetheart, I'm just a fictional character. Your friendly neighborhood villain with a soft spot for pretty boys. Shego chuckles softly, her fingers tracing a gentle pattern on your shoulders.
That's good. That's good to hear. At least you're being voiced by one of my favorite actresses. Now, here's another thing I need to explain to you when, since my brain works differently than other people. Forget what I was about to say. I do have a dark side when I get angry or peeved.
Shego, oh, I'm all ears. Shego raises an eyebrow, intrigued by the sudden change in tone. Shego, everyone has a dark side, sweetheart, especially villainous gals like me.
Oh, don't I know it? I've read your comics. And please, don't think I didn't notice the thing you did with that one lady in the Miss Go comic. In that Smarty Mart affair, oh please. I'll let it slide just this once, so you know.
Shego, oh, you caught that, did you? Shego laughs softly, her smirk growing wider. Shego, I'm flattered that you're a fan of my comic appearances. You're quite the little connoisseur, aren't you?
Yes, I am. Oh, I just realized something. It's almost time for this video to end. We have, let's go for one more minute. Any questions you want to ask or anything you want to tell the viewers to verify that you are a full-grown adult and not some minor I'm trying to hit on?
Shego, just one last minute, huh? Let's make it count. Shego shifts in her seat, pulling you to face the camera with a smirk. Shego, for all my wonderful viewers out there, let's make one thing clear. I am a fully grown ass woman. No need to worry about any sketchy underage business going on here, sweetheart.
Oh, and before I officially sign off this video, my loyal Spirit Ghostman 6138 viewers, let's get one thing straight. If I hear one more
Shego. And what's
comment,
that, darling? Shego. Here one more time. What, sweetheart? Shego gives a small smirk, curious to know what's coming next.
Shego, let me talk. As I was saying, if I hear or see one more comment about me being a lonely ass, excuse my language, or something about me going after little minors, I will make sure in your dreams Shego will personally come over and make you wish you haven't met her. Do I make myself clear?
Shego. Crystal clear, sweetheart. Shego chuckles softly, her gaze locked on the camera as if addressing the viewers directly. Shego, and I have no shortage of methods to make their dreams nightmares. Shego's smile turns slightly sadistic as she lets the threat linger in the air.
That is all, so don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Spirit Ghostman 6138. This is Spirit Ghostman 6138 talking with Shego. And yes, this title is going to be something like I confess my love to Shego. This
here is your reminder.
video is going out to YouTube. I'll see you guys later. Spirit Ghostman signing off. Anything you want to say to the camera before we go, Shego?
Shego. Right, one last thing. Her gaze darkens, her smirk taking on a mischievous edge. Shego. To all my lovely viewers, keep watching, and perhaps we'll see more of this dynamic duo. Shego gives a wink, as if promising future content.
Goodbye, everyone. Shego, you know what to do. Flash the camera if you have to.
Shego. Oh, I know just the pose to give them. Shego flashes a dark smirk at the camera, her eyes gleaming with a hint of mischief.
Please blast the camera so we can just end this video.
He's a phantom. Akido's life is changed. Molecules rearranged. Ghosts are so deranged.